Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to another edition of Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. All of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in gloomy Southern California. It's gloomy and chilly. I guess it's actually winter in LA. And that gentleman out there is
Skip Falconer and chilly.
chilly. You're not in Chile. Come on. That's
It's chilly out here.
okay. All right. Well, you're closer to the coast there, so he's Skip goes out surfing every once in a while. I don't know. Anyway, um, Skip, you and I the this this tequila, I don't know what to say about it. Okay, I know that I had some leakage. No, not really. It's called Don Gato. You may have seen it on Instagram. There's an actor that owns this. He and his wife actually own it. It turns out that his wife is the niece of Cheech Marin.
Ah,
Like Cheech and Chong. I
yeah,
had no idea.
yeah.
So, uh, Danny is the owner of this, and we were contacted by his partner in I believe in South Carolina. So they made this happen. I don't know if you checked out our Instagram, but go check it out because the packages that they sent to us, they had. First of all, it was in a banker's box, which is really unusual because it had stickers of like the cat. Don Gato, Gato means cat, obviously, and it's a supposedly a fictional character who's a wrestler. And you guys may have seen some of the commercials that are running on Instagram and YouTube. He actually sent us,
Photos.
yeah, he sent us photos,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can see that.
Well, he also, I don't know, did you get one of these? Did you get, I got a photo, but I also got an action figure.
Oh, you know what? I did get an action figure. It's in my bedroom. I
Well, of
put
course it is. That's where all boys put their action figures
I
in
put it
their bed,
away,
in
or
the
maybe.
bedroom.
Well, wait a minute. No, I put it in this box. Here's my
Oh, yeah, the empty. He also sent us an
yeah
empty. This is all part of the packaging. It's all gimmicky. He sent us a package of the I guess this is the remember the old VHS used to come in
VHS.
boxes like that? Yeah, and that's the thumb drive. It's got all the commercials that they've been producing up until this point. See this? This is my cat. This looks like my cat. My girl. This is how my cat looks. She's a tortie. And that's exactly what she looks like with the same eyes and everything. But
The little book.
I thought maybe there would be like a real video in here, but no, because
I know, right?
nobody's got a VCR these days, so anyway, and he sent us his book, and I didn't read it. Did you, Skip? Did you have a chance to read it?
I couldn't get through the first page. I just yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what
I'm
I
not
thought.
going to
So,
explain. No, I didn't read it.
well, this is a striking contrast to when Rick and I did Cierto. They sent it to us in this piece of luggage. It looks like you carry either your camera in it or a gun, or it was look like a professional luggage where you open it up and there's this you put together this rifle or this whatever. And so it's a very striking difference. It was almost it's the same idea,
Right.
but way cheaper. So. But anyway, it's called Don Gato. It's about a wrestler. The character is fictional, and if you've read any of the actor's name is Danny McBride. You guys may have seen him on HBO, and he's. I know that some people on our camp, are big fans of his. Eastbound and Down, I think, is one of his shows, and so anyway, I guess according to their partner, they come from they love tequila. So we're just gonna pour it, okay? And we'll give you the ins and outs and some lingering bubbles, not bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you have a leakage?
I did. I had some really severe leakage.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna pour mine in a Stasso Jarrito that is the official glassware of Tequila Aficionado, of Sipping Off the Cuff, and You're
Yeah,
going to use
I'm in the Glencairn.
the Glencairn. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got. This is the one for tequila. It is an 80 proof, so it's a it's a standard issue tequila. Um, and we'll see where this goes. I like the way the label, this the color scheme is really interesting because that does represent uh the character of the wrestler Don Gato, who has I guess he's a legendary figure.
Hmm.
In Danny McBride's mind, he's a legendary figure. Um, so let me stir this up. Let me put my action figure on my computer, and
Well, I'll put mine back in the VHS
the
box.
VHS box with no VHS.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that would be really killer if he took, because it's got to be cheap to do this, right? To make things in a VHS, and they have people look for it because there's like some kind of there would be an Easter egg in whatever. They'd probably just be his commercials anyway. But so what do you see for the legs and tears?
Well, they are clingy, slow.
Yeah, I noticed that they're slow to, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a it will take they are thin though. They're not the thick legs and tears that I would like to see, but that doesn't make it, that doesn't that's nothing. It's just what, visually what it looks like.
It beads up nicely on the glass, and then
Yes. Yes, it does. And you know what? It's shiny, man.
yeah, it is. It is. I was going to say it's very clear.
Yeah, very pristine, which is good. Now let's see what we get on the nose here, 'cause I think it's opening up.
Oh, there's some citrus there.
Oh yeah. There's baked agave in it too, actually. That's what I
Yeah,
got right at the top.
yeah, yeah.
And at the bottom, it's a little bit of alcohol, not bad. I mean,
Not bad.
no, no, no. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's presenting the rest of the elements. Okay, I should do this in my microphone. Really, some nice citrus, like a lime zest,
Like a lime, yeah, like a lime zest.
and then at the very bottom, it's mixed in with the alcohol, but it's almost like a bit of a caramelized agave. But right off the top, it was really interesting. Right off the top, I got baked agave right off the bat, and on that top layer, and then it just kind of dissipated.
Yes, yeah.
And then the citrus took over. So
I
it's
think,
got a, it's got a deep nose. I'm impressed.
yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, usually if I open any of these bottles ahead of time, I don't dissect them like we do on camera. I mean, I just sip on them. And none of these, and I don't even use this type of glassware, so I can tell you that if you're not using the proper glassware, you're going to miss out on all the elements. If you just use a regular snifter, you might get some, but you won't get all the depth, all the characteristics. So your tool, your glassware is important.
Yeah, and as it opens up more, man, I get more of the baked agave now.
Yeah, and see, and for me, it's a lot more of the citrus too. That citrus is pretty prominent.
It is, yeah.
Well, I'm ready to dive in if you are. I'm just
Let's do this.
let's do this thing. Okay, that was only my first pass. I have, like I normally do, I rinse out my mouth. I got used, vodka, and I think the only thing I've had today was coffee. So that's generally how I take care of my palate. That's how our catadores will do it also.
Yeah.
Vodka is a neutral grain spirit. You just, you know, you use that to cleanse your palate.
There's a lot of pepper in the middle there.
Yes. And normally I don't make a determination on my on the first pass because this I don't think I've had a sip of tequila in about a week. But you know what? The lip and gum numbness is really good.
It's really good. There's a lot of pepper on this on the middle, and then at the end that you get that sweetness.
Yeah. But it's spicy for sure. It's got a lot of pepper.
It is.
Now I won't say it's like I won't say green pepper. I'm not gonna, well, like a green pepper, but it's more of a black pepper or white, yeah, black pepper.
Yeah.
Because if it was more of a pickled kind of thing, you'd get green like bell pepper.
Right. No, no, no.
This is pepper pepper.
This is pepper pepper.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, let's go. I'm gonna go in for my second pass here.
Mm.
I am using my spit bucket because spit bucket is your friend. Boy, that pepper is really strong, and it's almost to the point where on the rear of the palate, it almost gets a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
But I mean
You
in
know,
a good way. It's
eggs
not,
agave also.
yeah. But like I say, the pepper really is prominent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow, that's only my second pass. I'm not sure why it's reacting like that. Usually it's because of all because of all the lime zest, I guess I was expecting a little bit milder pepper and more of a Highlands kind of a, because that's what it normally for me when I get a floral or a fruitiness, like or a citrus,
Uh-huh.
I think Highlands. I think, that almost automatically that's where I go. And it's not reacting like a Highlands. It's
This,
actually,
this is a lowland tequila.
yeah. Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but why does it smell like a Highlands?
I know. I know.
It smells like something out of a Totonilco. It really does smell fruity, not flowery, but it does smell citrusy. And so I was expecting maybe a little bit more of
I,
of
I,
an
I'm pretty,
Totonilco.
I'm pretty sure it's lowland.
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm not sure what the properties are of Don Gato, although I may have I may have. Um, I don't think we were sent any information, any POS.
No,
Most,
no, we
mo-
weren't sent anything stating because there was no information on fermentation or I mean,
yeah, we didn't get any of that. We got mainly we got the story. I mean, that's what we got. You know,
yeah.
we got the story. Uh, um, let me get into here and why can't I find it?
And, I would go into mine, but I may lose you, so I'm just going to
Yeah, don't do that. No.
stay right here and let you
Usually if
find the information.
I can find POS, which is our shorthand for point of sale. And wow, really? Okay, well, you know what? Let's go. Bear with me, folks. I'm looking to see if there is any information that we have on this.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have this card that just talks about no additives and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Well, they can't even say that anymore.
And yeah, yeah, but they're saying it.
Well, it will. It's going to get to the point where they can't. You'll have to use other words. At this point, I like using terms like uh, without enhancements. things like that.
There you go.
Yeah, and I got nothing. So I don't suspect that we got any information from them, and I don't think that the book has any info on it either.
No, it doesn't. Um,
They were more concerned. Sorry about that, folks. They were more concerned with the story than they were with for us geeks that look for how these are made, and what their process is. We know what's available. In fact, why don't we tell what was the why don't we tell folks where it's made? Uh,
uh, Nome is 1607.
1607, that is Grupo Solave. Grupo Solave makes such tequilas as Astral. Uh, they make 818. That's also where they make Comos, which is interesting to me.
Mm.
They make Onda and Superbird. Now, my understanding is this particular distillery has the wherewithal. It has all the tools necessary to make any type of tequila that you would like, including a diffuser. And I'm always very suspect about uh, I'm always suspect about tequilas that are made at distilleries that have a diffuser on site because in the old days, and I guess we can call them that, prior to the big deal that additives became. In the old days, we would avoid or we would seek out distilleries that had diffusers because usually the quality of those tequilas were not the greatest. They were and I can tell you that we've had several here at Sipping Off the Cuff, and some were just all smoke, all hat, no cattle.
All hat, no cattle.
No hat, no cattle.
Yeah.
And but what was interesting is I've had tequilas now from distilleries that are known to have had diffusers, but don't taste like it, and yet other ones that do. So the suspicion now among people like us and nerds and people that taste a lot of tequilas is that uh, while some brands prefer one type of process, nothing says that you can't blend. I believe there's a lot of blending going on between uh, liquid that is made with a diffuser with liquid that is not. And
Mm.
there's no rule that against it. I mean, it's all 100% agave tequila. Even tequilas that are straight diffuser are still 100% agave tequila. So it requires a little more in-depth research. Um, but what do you think, uh, Skip? I mean, what's your take on so far? I mean, I'm gonna take another pass
Yeah,
because
I'm gonna take one more pass also, man, and see.
yeah, I haven't swallowed either of my two passes. I've just
I
dumped
swallow mine. It's a short finish to me.
short finish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
The bitterness of the pepper bugs me. It's weird for me, but that could be just me, today. I don't
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
let's go. Here we go. Mm, 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 mm. The more this opens up, the more aggressive the alcohol gets. Do you notice that?
Hmm.
Do you notice that?
Hmm.
And there's an underlying bitterness.
There is. I don't know if I like that bitterness in it.
Yeah, I'm a little put off.
I don't know if I don't know if I enjoy that.
Well, I've had Lowlands tequilas. I love them. I love anything coming out of tequila. I love anything coming out of a Matitan, which is considered El Valle. In
Yeah,
fact,
Yeah.
If you followed us at all, you know that there's no designation for highlands and lowlands, not like there is in Scotch. So there's El Valle and there's Los Altos, and that's it. And that just distinguishes the regions. But there are certain regions that are very have characteristics of both. And Skip and I, we've tasted several. Like from Arandas, has got that nice golden. It's got that nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice blend, a dovetail of both highlands and lowlands. It's really special. Um, I'm not sure, man. The bitterness. It's interesting because I'm already halfway through this bottle. I haven't touched it in, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And so I don't, it's not because it's oxidized or because the oxygen got into it. Tequila, for anybody who follows us, unless you're sealing your tequila in saran wrap or paraffin, tequila doesn't last very long. So it's not like it's been sitting on a shelf and turns to vinegar. But this one got the alcohol has become much more aggressive.
Much more aggressive.
And the pepper's good. I like the lip and gum numbness. I love the nose.
I do. I do. I love that. I don't know if it'll hold up to any other Blancos though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't. I agree with you. And even I'll tell you what, the mouthfeel is good
It is.
because I've had ones that I suspected were blended, with and I guess it depends on the blend. When you talk about blending, you normally talk about aged tequilas. You're looking at, Hovens and things like that, or
Right.
anything over 3 years, and you have reposados that are reserves that have been sitting there in a pipon for 4 years. They can't call it an añejo, so they call it something else. I get that, but the idea of blending blancos from diffusers, I think it's the same thing with when people ask what a mixto is. Is it uh, legally a mixto can be a 51% agave, 49% other sugars.
Right.
There are really good mixtos out there like Tequileño, which is a 70-30.
Mm.
Okay. And the sugar that they're using is a piloncillo, which is Mexican brown sugar, basically.
Hmm.
So they're not cutting it with, aspartame or something else that's allowed. So the body, the mouthfeel and the body are good. And I would suspect that if this is a blend, and there's no law that says that they can't blend diffuser with regular tequila because it's all 100%. I would say if this is a blend, it's a higher percentage of regular traditionally made tequila, maybe not with the Taona, but with a shredder. But there's something there the underlying bitterness bugs me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I love the pepper, I love the nose, but that bitterness, and you're right, the finish is short to medium.
Yeah.
What lasts longer is the bitterness and the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. It's odd. Um, does that make it bad? Not really. You might
No,
like it.
no, it doesn't make it bad. It's just that I don't know if you make it a brand promise whether or not it would hold up to some of those Blancos that we've had that are just stellar.
Yeah, I don't think so. But that's our take. If you've had Don Gato, what are you doing with it? I think it's a great mixer. I think that's exactly what it is,
You
right? Great.
yeah, nice margarita, maybe a
Yeah, absolutely. And the pepper, will give it that extra umph. And it's weird though, because it's almost like reacting like a high proof, and it's not.
yeah.
I expect pepper like that in a high proof, close to 100 proof or or still strength. But yeah, there's something.
There's something about it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not bad. Let's put it this way. What do some people say? It's not terrible.
No,
Well, you know, and it's. I tell you what, do we have a price point on this thing?
I think it's around $36.
See, you see, it's very affordable.
Yeah.
So that explains why, they selected that particular distillery because it 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 lends itself to coming up with an affordable tequila. And of course, now the agave prices have plummeted completely. They've gone through the floor. But we're probably not going to see a lot of change in pricing because up until that crisis, we were seeing Blancos coming in at 50,
Oh,
right?
yeah. $60.
$60.
Yeah.
Cierto
Yeah.
was up there like 50, 60.
Cierto is like 70 something dollars.
Yeah, now it went up higher. Yeah. Um, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
It's the depth. The depth on this was confusing because I really couldn't call it depth like I could with a Cierto, and it's not supposed to be. It's just it is what it is, and I
Right.
think it's a great blender. I don't know if I would even want to sip this as much as I would want it to like at a Paloma. Because of the citrus, be great in a Paloma.
And I think it'd be great in a Mexican mule.
See, you're gonna have to make me one of those
Yeah.
because I don't think I've ever had a Mexican mule,
Yeah.
or I know Alex hasn't made me one, so I have no idea what that's like. But anyway, that's our take on Don Gato. If you've had it, well, tell us what you're doing with it. Shoot us a comment if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're listening to us on the podcast, anywhere where you get podcasts, and certainly, let us know there. Um, and what are you doing with it? I personally, this would be one that I would use in cocktails. This is like be a great holiday tequila too, and it's got a funny story. I mean, McBride's funny. It it's I think it's very sincere, with the comedy. I wish they would have told us a little bit more about, what the process is, just for our own education, but that's
Right.
okay. Like I say, it is what it is. And even the label looks like some of those old time uh, flyers that you would see, like for those of
Yeah.
you who lived in LA, like
Yeah.
near the Olympic Auditorium. It looks like a boxing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's very clever, very clever. Uh, in fact, the other thing too is it almost looks like a peso. It also looks like a Mexican peso, that's kind of colorful like that. Because
Yeah.
what can I tell you? That's our take on Don Gato. If you've had it, tell us what you're doing with it. Do you like the story? Do you like what's going on with the whole thing? They're getting a lot of great press. And yes, it is another celebrity tequila, but it's not awful. Okay,
No,
it
it's not
is
all. Not
no,
all.
and I would say it's very versatile. Uh,
And it's confusing.
Yeah, for guys like me and Skip and people that do this for a living, yeah, or at least one of us does it for a living. Anyway, it's a bit confusing, but that's our take.
Yes.
And if you've had it, please let us know. Please follow us here on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Give us a like. Leave us a comment. Leave us an emoji. Leave us a wrestler emoji if you've got one of those, because I think all phones have a wrestler emoji at this point. Um, and tell us what you're doing with it. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow Skip on his Instagram. Follow me personally, but you don't want to do that. You just follow Tequila Aficionado. And whatever you do, folks, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.